baseline reports prepared. So in order for you to be able to show your client, hey, this is what the progress was made using auto, you need to have a baseline of what were their rankings before we started deploying any fixes, right? So there are 3 reports that I recommend building. One is going to be the keyword rank tracker, where it's going to be nested under keywords and keyword rank tracker. You're going to plug in the website, specify the domain, and then set a precise micro location here. So the default state is going to be the United States, but you can set a location, for example, of Orlando, Florida, and say, I need to track my organic local results in this specific geo. This is not map pack tracking. This is organic local search results tracking, right? Whereas on the Google Search Console data, we're tracking all of your keywords, but we're tracking it on the country level. So typically you're going to want to supplement this with the local rank as well. The other place to do this would be in the local SEO tools, and this is where you'll actually build your set of heat maps so you can get these before and afters. It's a very straightforward process to set this up. So if we just go back one screen, if you've connected your email to Search Atlas here using the Google Integrations tab, all you have to do is hit import from Google Business Profile. It'll show you your clients, select the ones you want, and build the report that way. These 2 reports, the rank tracker and the heat map, have to be built before you can use the report builder tool, right? So when you're using the report builder, it's going to ask you, what data sources do you want to connect to this report? So typically you're going to create your site explorer. You're going to have your auto report card, your auto task board, your Google Analytics 4, your search console. You can turn on Facebook ads and Google ads. Those are obviously optional. But this one here is going to be your heat map, right? So you'll have to have the heat map report built, turn this on, hit the drop down, and then select the business that you've built that heat map for so it can be integrated into this report. Similarly, if you're doing anything with Google Business Profiles, you'd want to turn that on and then select the business that you're looking to report on. And then the rank tracker, same idea, turn it on, select the site that you created the rank tracking report for. So that way it has all of the constituents in this report in one view. You'll notice that everything is perforated. That means you can drag it and drop it. You can delete sections you don't want to see. And in the layout here's where you'll have the ability to pick which metrics from each report you want included in the master report. So for example, if you're looking at Google Analytics and you're like, hey, I need to show the client, how many phone calls did we get? How many form fills? What were the ebook downloads? Take that key event section, drop it in here, and then it'll propagate all of your key events that are tagged in analytics. If you add a module, for example, revenue by source, and you see that it's blank, that's not an issue with the tool. That's a lack of specificity in your GA4 account where you have not set up revenue tracking goals, right? So be mindful of that. But this report also comes with, as you guys are seeing here, these AI summaries. So each section of the report will have an executive AI summary explaining to the user what happened over this date range. There'll be an executive summary giving you a breakdown of all of the modules in one view. You'll have your auto report card before and after. Now, everything that auto is actually doing for you in terms of authority building, Google Business Posts, indexing, schema, it's going to self-report, right? So auto is going to create a record and say, here are the things that I did for you this month. You can click into it and edit it. And you can also hit add new task and plug in additional tasks that you're doing for the client outside of the system. But this report is really powerful. It's very easy for the user to understand what's going on because of these AI summaries, right? So this you would set up either as an automated weekly or monthly report to the client, or you would download and share it as needed. You can also iframe it into a different tool if needed. But all of this is going to be super important to set up on day 0. So that way you have a really clean baseline and you can now measure the deltas against this month over month.